What's going on, guys? It's Dave from Abernathy Farms. It's second week of September, and it's haymaking season again. So we're gonna go out here and see if we can't get the old 4000 to crank and get the mower hooked up. I'm gonna mow tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. They're calling for some rain this afternoon. We had about a quarter inch this morning. They're calling for some more showers this afternoon, but beginning Thursday, we got about 6 days of no rain and all sunshine, so I think we'll be good to cut hay tomorrow and Thursday. So yeah, let's get at it. So this is a tedder I bought. It's got a few issues and I haven't had time to work on it. Luckily, I will not need to use it this time. Fall cutting is real thin, and I won't need to ted it. So mainly the drive shaft. The drive shaft is locked up, and I've yet to get it unlocked. I've tried a lot of different stuff, and I'm afraid I might have to buy another one. But it's got a few tines missing. I got some replacements put on there, and hadn't really messed with it. So we're gonna drop this off and move the 600 and see if we can't hook up the old Ford 501 Sycamore. It should be ready. Before I parked it last year, I sharpened the bar and lubed everything, so it should be ready to go, just to hook up and go. So let's get at it. I haven't cranked this thing in about 6 weeks, so let's see what happens. All right, we got the tedder dropped off. Let's go move the 600 and get the old mower hooked up. I've decided to take a lunch break first. I didn't check the oil in this thing before I started it up, so we're gonna let it cool down. I gotta put some air in that tire. I may drop the forks off of it. I don't know yet. They usually get in the way when I'm trying to do stuff. But I'm gonna let it sit, go eat some lunch, and then we'll get back at it. Gotta make myself a round steak sandwich. If you're not eating bologna and cheese sandwiches on white bread with Duke's mayonnaise, are you even farming? That's not what you're having for lunch? Are you even farming? I'm gonna let the 4000 sit for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go move the 600. I've got the bush hog hooked up to it now, and I've got to drop the bush hog off to hook the rake up to it. But before I do, I'm gonna hit this garden with the bush hog. I've got a tripod somewhere, but I can't find it. It's usually stuck in a toolbox on a tractor somewhere, but it's not in David Brown. It's not in the 4000. It's not in the 600. Luckily, the grass crop on this bush hog is coming up pretty nice. We'll get that. We'll mow that and make hay out of it too. Let's see if this thing will crank. All right, well, we got the garden bush hogged. I saved you the agony of filming the bush hogging because I'm sure you guys are all tired of seeing me bush hog. But we got the mower dropped off. This thing, I think, is about to run out of gas on me. So I flew up here and parked it under the old oak tree. Now we're gonna check on the 4000 and hook up the mower, I guess. Well, I'm filling up with fuel, and there are wasps flying all around me. So I assume there's a wasp nest in this thing somewhere. They're about in for a rude awakening there. All right, let's put some air in the tire. Come on. I didn't catch it. It's okay. This is not the one we fixed the tube in last spring. It's holding there. This one's holding there too. I haven't put any air in it in 6 months. Got some slow leaks. All right, we're back in here. This thing is not the easiest thing in the world to hook up. It's really a pain in the ass, but once you get it hooked up, it stays hooked up and it does good. So let's do it. Might as well fill this beast up too. Got a issue I'm gonna try to resurrect. That mower which I've got hooked up is got yoke problems, and I've been dealing with it real redneck style for the last 5 years, and I'm about over it. So we're gonna try to fix that today. Okay, it's the next day. So I've been getting by with that PTO shaft on the mower for like a long time, many years. And so yesterday I was like, you know what? I've got like 5 pieces of equipment down here with PTO shafts that I don't use anymore. A couple bush hogs, rotor tiller, and I was like, maybe I can find one of them where I can maybe just replace the whole drive shaft or part of it, or at least get the spring pin out of it. So the only one that is the same is this old woods mower that we don't use anymore. All the rest of them have a different spring pin. This is a spring pin on that one. That's the same style that goes in that sickle mower. The rest of them all have different drive shafts. And the mower has a square shank drive shaft too. It don't have the triangular that the bush hogs and stuff have. But this one also has a square shank. So I'm gonna try to, I come down here yesterday and sprayed it with some penetrating oil, and I'm gonna try to break it loose and see if I can just put this whole drive shaft on, because the spring pin is actually loose and it works. But if not, I'm gonna try to pull this spring pin out and put it in that mower. I've been using a 3/8 bolt and a bushing to go in there. You have to slide it on, then put the bolt in with the bushings in it. But it's not ideal. So we're gonna see if we can get this drive shaft out and cobble something together. It's always amazing how problems come in waves. Last season, I had a bunch of tire issues, flat tires and busted tubes and stuff. And this hay season, I got a ton of drive shaft issues. So there you go. So my efforts to unseize this drive shaft have failed. So I'm gonna try to take this pin out. I gotta take this clip off the end. You see the pin works fine. And I should have brought a screwdriver. Let me go back and get a screwdriver. Okay, we got the clip off. I just had to spread it apart a little bit with the screwdriver, and then I grabbed the bottom side with a pair of pliers and I tapped it off with a hammer, and it popped off. So now we got to drive the pin out this way. I've already started, so I got a punch and a hammer, and we'll just drive it out the other side. And here it comes. That's it. There's a spring in there somewhere. See it in there. We'll have to get the spring out, but that's it. We'll take it to the shop. We'll wire brush it, clean it up good, and we'll see if we can put it on the mower. Better get some lube. All right, here's the yoke on the mower, and I've been putting a 3/8 bolt in there, and you can actually kind of see I threaded it on this end. So I put a 3/8 bolt, and it would have a couple bushings on it. You'd have to slide this on the tractor, then put the bolt through and thread it through on this end. Then I put a nut on the end just to make sure it didn't back out. And that worked for a long time, but I'm tired of that mess. So let me hold on. I just wanted to spray some PB Blaster in there, and that's it. I don't know if you can see it. Just gotta put the clip on the end and we'll be done. Well, we got her hooked up. Looks like it's gonna work. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. The next one will be of me actually cutting and baling and raking hay and whatnot. So if you want to see that, tune in, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, really helps me out. And see you guys next week.